Welcome to my Vietnam series. Today we're going to explore the busy Dong Khoi Road in District 1. This is a must-stop for tourists as it has many architectural and historical gems like the Presidential Palace, City Hall, the City Museum, the architecturally beautiful post office, and Notre Dame Cathedral. Plus, it has tons of high-end shopping of both the Western and Vietnamese kind. Let's check it out. We're going to start here on the section of Dong Khoi closest to the riverside. You can cross over this busy street to check out the riverfront, if you dare. Play Frogger. For the next couple of blocks, there's some cute shops and boutiques. Feel free to drop in if anything catches your fancy. This is where the wealthy Vietnamese come to buy luxury goods. They've got everything from Bottega Veneta to Hermès to Versace to Dior. Personally, I love the local designers. There are some beautiful contemporary pieces you can't find anywhere else. There are also European-inspired takes on traditional Vietnamese confections like these mooncakes. My favorite is a tiramisu flavor. A few blocks down is the Saigon Opera House, which was built in 1898 by the French. Nowadays they do a lot of interpretive dance and ballet, and the tickets are not super expensive. Once you get to the corner of Dong Khoi and Le Tan Ton, you should see behind here the building, which is the People's Committee building. It doesn't look like much from this corner, but walk down Le Tan Ton to see the front of the facade. This building was completed in 1898 by the French during the Indochine period and was later put to use as a hotel starting from 1909 and was known as the Hôtel de Ville. It's now being used as the People's Committee building or City Hall. You can't go in, but definitely take a stroll down Nguyen, which is the street that fronts this building, to check out its gorgeous architecture. Nguyen itself is one of the most beautiful streets in all of Saigon, and it's fantastic for a stroll in the day. And at night, there's always a 24/7 local crowd hanging out and enjoying the community scene. Super trendy in Asia now are these light-up whirligigs. And from Nguyen, you could spy a peek at the Opera House behind me here. Let's keep walking. A block or two south of Dong Khoi on Dong Pasteur is the Independence Palace, or the Reunification Palace. During colonial rule, this was known as Notre Dame Palace, or Dinh Notre Dame. After the French were kicked out, this became the seat of power for the first president of the Republic of Vietnam, Ngo Dinh Diem. He called it the Reunification Palace, or the Independence Palace. This is not the original colonial structure. Diem tore that down and built this newer modern structure in 1962. These rooms were frozen in time in 1975, furnishings and all, when the North Vietnamese tanks crashed through the gates, ending the war. While the building is very 60s, it's awesome to see the Eurasian luxury of the staterooms. This is the area where General Thieu, Diem's successor, had his personal apartments. This one is the president's room. Check out this walk-in closet. Check out the 60s decor here. Love the round couch and the barrel bar over here. And a cinema. Behind the scenes of the cinema. And the obligatory helicopter pad for your military helicopters. Check out these giant woks for cooking. Inside they have a sink so you can conveniently put water into the woks without having to move the giant bowls. This down here is the bomb bunker. Can withstand a bomb up to 500 kilograms. This communications room was part of the Southern Republic of Vietnam's command central during the Vietnamese War. More bunker down the stairs here, along with these subterranean offices. On to our next destination. Right next to the Reunification Palace, you can continue your Vietnamese history education at the Museum of Ho Chi Minh City. In the front yard, this was the tank used to break down the Independence Palace gates. And this A-1 Sky Raider was used in a coup d'etat to bomb the Independence Palace in 1962, after which Diem moved his residence here. This majestic colonial building was formerly the Gia Long Palace, built by the French in 1890, and was the residence of the governor of Cochin, China. As a museum, it houses all sorts of fascinating exhibits and artifacts detailing the history of Saigon, like the history of the Vietnamese Dong.
Here's a picture of the Reunification Palace then. And this is what we just went to see today.
Take a break from the exhibits and enjoy the fantastic downtown views from the balconies. In general, the museum's pretty run down, but for $2 admission, it's well worth it to see the bones of an old French colonial structure and to see some of the interesting historical artifacts. Here we've arrived at the end of Dong Khoi Street, and behind me here is the Cathedral of Notre Dame. This site used to be an abandoned pagoda, and during the French colonial days, they decided to build instead a cathedral. This cathedral was completed in 1880 and is today the seat of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese in Saigon. In October 2005, the statue of the Virgin Mary was purported to have shed tears and drew millions of visitors for days. Right now, the church is undergoing some restoration, so we're not allowed to go in. Hopefully, you'll have better luck when you come. Across from Notre Dame is the Saigon Post Office. There's some confusion as to its provenance. Some say that it was designed by Monsieur Eiffel, who created the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Some say that it was designed by Monsieur Foulou. Who knows? Either way, it's a beautiful building. This is one of the oldest French colonial buildings in Ho Chi Minh City. As you enter under the giant clock, the interior resembles an old-time railway station with its high ceilings and beautiful Gothic details, like these phone booths, which are original. Surprisingly, the post office does more than just circulate letters. It also provides banking services like deposits and money transfers, pay taxes, insurance premiums, traffic tickets, utility bills, university application fees, as well as send faxes, unemployment benefits, telephone services, plane tickets and passports, show tickets, and other travel services. We're going to end here at my favorite international hotspot. A cold soda and fries sounds pretty good right now. Thanks for coming along with me on my Vietnamese adventure today, and until next time, peace.